blocking pain for fast, lasting relief. Capsaicin Cream and new No Mess Applicator.
Takes the pain out of arthritis.
This season, replace the feeling of red, itchy, irritated skin fast with the healing feeling of Cortisone 10. It has 10 healing moisturizers plus the strongest itch relief medicine without a prescription. All day, all night, feel the heal of Cortisone 10.
It's getting hot in D.C., and we're not just talking about the steamy midsummer heat, everyone. The Hill newspaper is just out with its much-anticipated list of the 50 most beautiful people on Capitol Hill. Patrick Gavin is a writer for the Washington Examiner and joins me to talk about all these beautiful people. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
We know there are three House lawmakers in this top 10. You have Representative Connie Mack of Florida, number 5 on the list. We have House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, number 4. And then there's Brad Ellsworth, a freshman rep from Indiana, who's number 1 on this list. So what is it that's making these lawmakers so hot?
Well, I think the fact of the matter is that given that all politicians now have to expose themselves to so many forms of media, from YouTube to the internet to television, they have to look better. I mean, looks do matter. I mean, it's not a joke, I think, when you hear about, Al Gore's losing weight. He's thinking about running, therefore. So, I mean, looks do matter, I think, a lot more than they used to. And I think that this list is just merely a reflection of that.
Now, according to The Hill, according to this write-up, you've got Nancy Pelosi, who is 67 years old. She's becoming something of an internet phenom. Apparently, fans of Pelosi have created websites devoted just to her. So what is behind this whole Pelosi phenomenon?
Well, I mean, she's obviously a beautiful woman, and the fact that, she's 67 and still looks that good doesn't hurt her either. But that's also a reflection of the fact that in this town, power is most definitely an aphrodisiac. And the fact that, her historic ascendancy to the speakership, the fact that she's in control of the Democratic Party, the fact that she's really managed the Democratic message. In this town, those sort of things, your business card, where you work, how you work, the power that you wield, goes a long way.
Yeah, and can you tell us what it is, the secret behind her? I mean, at 67, looking so good. But we do know there are some reports of, she's had some cosmetic enhancements. I mean, if you know anything about that, that's fine. But what is it about her as well? Does she exercise and diet right and all that?
The exact opposite. There is actually very little to believe that she exercises a lot. And in fact, she's been famous to say, the best way to start your day is with a bowl of ice cream. So I don't know how she's doing it. I'll just say credit it to good genes.
I guess so. Do you know anything about cosmetic surgery?
I've never had any. I don't think she's. Who knows if she's ever had any? I'm sure we'll be the first to report if we find out, but I don't think anybody can quite confirm that one.
That's a really good comeback, Patrick. Okay. Also, there's only one Hill hottie that works for a presidential candidate. That's Michael Ortiz, who's a press aide to Senator Barack Obama. He made the list. Now, Ortiz opted not to be interviewed for the piece. Does being on a list like this, does it possibly hurt credibility or the credibility of your boss in any way?
You know what it is? It doesn't hurt your credibility. How you got on the list your credibility. And here's the sort of funny thing that you need to finesse is that because Washington's a big town of self-promoters, the question is, did you self-nominate yourself or were you nominated by somebody else? And given now that, you can get an anonymous Hotmail account or a Yahoo account, you could just say, I nominate myself and nobody would ever know. But, you have to walk that fine line. If you come off as too self-serving, too ambitious, if you come off as too in love with yourself, then people might see through that and think, I don't know if I exactly like this person.
We all know about, of course, the Obama girl, her crush on Senator Barack Obama, who did not make the list. How come?
Well, I think that you actually have to be, A, living in D.C., which I don't think she does, and B, you have to be working in Capitol Hill to make the list. But I think that, if we were just to make a list of the top 50 people to visit D.C., I think that we would all be in favor of her being on that list.
Yeah, okay. How about Senator Barack Obama himself? How come he didn't make the list?
I don't know. That's actually quite interesting. And the one senator who did is Sherrod Brown from Ohio, who, all due respect, isn't the greatest looking man in the history world. And so there are a few people wondering why he didn't make that. I do think they like to spread the love a little bit in the course of their issues and try to hit various senators and congressmen and from various states. So maybe next year that's his turn.
Okay, Patrick Gavin, I bet you could make the list. There you go.
Oh, you're very kind.
Okay, see ya. Thanks.
Thanks.
They're hanging on in Hungary. The pilot of this plane proves he has the right stuff with some sweet aerial acrobatics. The high-flying stunt was part of the celebrations to christen the longest and tallest bridge in Central Europe. That bridge opens to motorists next month. Now to an alarming report leaving NASA with yet another black eye. A massive investigation has uncovered signs that astronauts have flown drunk and others